Hey guys, Toast here. Today we're going to review and discuss the Selbstlader 1906, the level 10 self-loading rifle available for 200 war bonds for the medic class in Battlefield 1. Now the weapon is not to be confused with the Selbstlader M1916, which is available much earlier on. We'll discuss the stats of the weapon, attachments, the situations in which the weapon excels, and some tips when playing with this particular weapon. As with all the level 10 weapons for each class in Battlefield 1, there's only one variant of the Selbstlader 1906, which in this particular case is the factory variant. The weapon has a maximum damage of 40 and minimum damage of 35. This means that while it doesn't have the highest maximum damage, it does have really solid minimum damage, making it a 3-shot body shot kill at all ranges if you hit the upper torso. The weapon deals a maximum damage from point blank range out to 26 meters, and then slowly tapers off to its minimum damage at 52 meters. It has a decent rate of fire of 299 rounds per minute, with a muzzle velocity of 800 meters per second, which actually places it at the high end of the spectrum for muzzle velocity. The weapon has a really respectable recoil of 0.9 degrees vertical and 0.1 degrees horizontal, which is the lowest horizontal recoil of all medic class weapons. The spread while aiming down sight is quite low at only 0.15 degrees, however the hipfire spread is significantly higher at 0.85 degrees, meaning that this is a weapon you really don't want to hipfire if you don't have to. Now it appears from all the stats that we've covered so far that the Selbstlader 1906 is a pretty solid middle-of-the-road weapon, but its two biggest downsides, and the two things that stop it from being a weapon that I would recommend using, are the magazine size and the reload time. The magazine size is only 5 bullets, which means that not only does every shot really need to count, but you're also going to be reloading frequently. Now you may be saying, but Toast, the auto-loading factory also has 5 bullets in the magazine, and you would be correct. But to make up for that, it has a higher maximum damage, higher rate of fire, shorter reload, and maintains its maximum damage out to a further distance. The reload time of this weapon is a significant one. The weapon is reloaded with individual rounds up to 4, and a strip clip of 5 rounds if completely empty. The single bullet reload and strip clip reload themselves aren't the issues, as the single bullet only takes 0.45 seconds to reload and the strip clip takes a mere 0.7 seconds. The problem lies with the pre and post reload delay. Before loading any bullets, you have to wait through a 1.3 second animation unless you're completely out of ammo, and then after reloading, but before being live, you have to wait through another 0.8 second animation. This totals to 2.1 seconds of dead time added on to every reload of less than 5 bullets, and still 0.8 seconds of dead time if you're completely out. It might not seem like that much, but with the frequency at which you'll be reloading, it gets frustrating quickly. The attachments for the Selbstlader 1906 don't differ from what we've seen from factory variants from other weapons. You have the options of 2 different iron sights, both standard and buckhorn. The magnification ranges from 1x up to 2x, and you have the option of attaching a bayonet for those charging melee kills. The weapon is designed primarily to be used at mid to long range, and honestly should be avoided on maps where you'll find yourself in close range situations frequently like Suez or Argonne Forest, or maps where you'll find yourself in extreme long range situations like Fow Fortress. The small clip and long reload time means that you want to avoid situations where you'll find yourself in close proximity to enemies while needing to reload. The solid maximum and minimum damage solidify this weapon as a 3-shot kill at all ranges, but because it has only iron sights with a maximum zoom of 2x, you're going to struggle a little bit to be accurate at extreme long-range engagements. Stick to mid-range and some long-range engagements on maps like St. Quentin Scar, Empire's Edge, and Monte Grappa, and you should be able to find some success with this weapon. I honestly have a lot of difficulty recommending this weapon because the small clip, long reload, low magnification, and lack of any type of sight other than iron really rule it out as being anything other than a moderately decent mid-range weapon. If you are going to use the weapon, make sure to pick your engagements very carefully, as you don't have the option of missing more than 2 bullets unless you happen to nail a headshot, in which case you can miss 3 at most. Accuracy is essential with this weapon. One thing that I've mentioned in the past with the Scout class tips that I feel is very useful for this particular weapon is to make sure that you're very comfortable with your secondary. Regardless of whether you choose to put yourself in close range situations, there will be times where you end up in them regardless, and since your magazine size is limited, rate of fire is moderate, and you don't want to get stuck reloading with an enemy nearby, your secondary weapon is going to be pretty crucial. I found that revolvers tend to work best for me personally, as they usually have the necessary punch to finish off an enemy in one shot if you're only able to nail 2 shots prior to reloading. Choosing when to reload is key with this weapon. While reloading with 1 or 2 bullets missing isn't going to be a huge deal, 3 or 4 is actually going to take you longer to reload than the strip clip of 5. Conversely though, kills are 3-shot body shots or 2 shots at the very lowest if you happen to get at least 1 headshot in close range, so unless you're a nearly perfect shot, you're likely going to find yourself with 3 or 4 bullets missing frequently and in need of reloading, since 1 bullet and oftentimes 2 bullets isn't going to be enough to kill at any distance. Try to plan out your engagements to where you can get 1 kill and then reload, because you aren't likely to get more than 1 prior to needing to back off. Now in my personal opinion, and to reiterate this is my opinion not fact, this weapon is not worth the grind or purchase. Being a level 10 weapon, you need to play through the class enough to rank up all the way to max level, and then you need to spend 200 war bonds to unlock it. You're likely to get to rank 10 naturally anyways just by playing the game enough, so I definitely wouldn't put any focus on grinding with this class specifically to get this weapon. If you do have it available and are low on war bonds, perhaps save them for something else more versatile or useful. It's not the worst weapon to ever appear in a Battlefield game, but it's far from the best. Now I want to know how you feel about using the Selbstlader 1906. Do you like the weapon and feel it's viable? Or do you feel as I do that there are other weapons that may be a better choice for the medic class? Let me know in the comments. If you like the video, please leave a like, and if you want to see more content, please subscribe. Thank you guys so much for watching. This is Toast, and I'll talk to you soon.